As my mother Clara lay dying of cancer, she pulled me in close to whisper a final wish. She whispered, "It's your turn to take up the mantle of family cook and to feed the loved ones on her behalf." She said, "You kids get along, and now it's your turn to take care of the family." Along with the title of family cook, she gave me one of her most cherished possessions, her silver service set, which she used at all of our celebrated gatherings of a large, loving family, steeped in a tradition from the old school of Italy on my father's side and the Irish and Dutch of my mother's. I have used this precious silver for the past 22 years in remembrance of her. In the past 2 decades, I've come to know this as food and cooking as ministry. Scenes from my cooking life will illustrate this idea. One of my most fond memories of the holidays since my mother's passing has been spending time with my daughter, Caitlin. Caitlin is always ready to help with the family meals. We would start days ahead of time, planning, shopping, and cooking together, frequently and most often fueled by espresso and red wine. Sharing the kitchen with Caitlin was our time for bonding. On her own, Caitlin would set the table with the precious silver. That was her way of taking care of the family and continuously asking questions about her grandmother Clara. Often she would make special name tags for everyone's place at the table. She touched my heart so deeply when she said a full service at an empty chair, and the name tag read, Grandmother Clara. Setting a place for one more is the manifestation of hospitality, a true aspect of cooking as ministry. Part of my practice is to cook way too much for the meal at hand, so that those who are fed may take home the abundance from my kitchen, love and to-go containers. Another arena where I practice cooking and food as ministry is as corporate chef for BlackRock Development. Since 2001, it's been my joyous opportunity to help cook for our founding members and entertain our new potential members at the golf club at BlackRock. Some of our most fun and successful evenings were held with no more than 6 or 8 at a time. Even among sophisticated executives, sharing a lovingly cooked meal breaks down barriers and puts people at ease. To this day, members still enjoy that I cater small dinners and appetizer receptions in their private homes, rather than our large, beautiful clubhouse. This speaks powerful to the need for authentic community and how cooking can bring people together. I've seen a lot of open hearts form in a family atmosphere. As corporate and executive chef, I see a sense of community as ministry come alive. In my role as culinary educator at the Inland Northwest Culinary Academy at Spokane Community College, I live out my service through teaching. I receive a new batch of culinary students every 10 weeks in my pastry shop, where we literally break bread together. I have the opportunity to blend from their previous cooking units into my class, where I teach them success and survival skills for the hospitality industry. I strive for a family atmosphere. Part of the professional competence is for them to gather around their freshly baked bread, sample and evaluate the outcome. I've always called this the ritual of breaking of bread. It's fun for me to watch how they care for one another. I've had them make way too much for the meal at hand so they can share with their classmates and take some of their creations home and share with their families. Yet more love and to-go containers. It may seem obvious. Cooking for a family and with students is a place to practice ministry. It may not seem so obvious in the cutthroat arena of the Food Network competitions, but I feel connected to my calling even there. Food has become a sport, a competition, a porthole to celebrity. Rather than cheapening the value of cooking, my experience, it broadens the message that cooking plays a central role in our culture and a place where we find meaning. Shows like Sugar Dome and Halloween Wars lets industry professionals from all over the world seek mass audiences, and some may see cooking for fun for the first time. And I know it inspires new professional culinarians as well. What you see is what you get on these shows. The chefs want to do their best, the countdown clock is real, and at times it runs way too fast. It is in the heat of the competition where I pull my passion and love for cooking and artistry to find a calm center. As I drip with sweat under the hot studio lights, win or lose, I always find humbling lessons about myself and what I've created. Lessons I take back and share with my students. I am very blessed to cook at home, professionally, as an educator, and on the Food Network. In humble and fancy venues alike, it is for a higher purpose, to help others find community, practice ritual, and share a sense of abundance. I am fed as I feed others. As I live out the promise to my late mother, Clara, may you go forth, cook, serve, and break bread. May you endeavor to find authentic community, connected through ritual, and share a sense of joyous abundance. Salam.